Welcome back to another Cool Cars for Kids car review. My name is Jake, and I will be your personal cool car reviewer. Today, we have a Mercedes-Benz EQB 300. And yes, it is electric. First thing that I want to talk about this car is how you can tell that it is electric. And besides just knowing Mercedes as a manufacturer, there are some ways to tell. On the street, maybe not. In a parking lot, definitely. First thing is that blue is a theme in Mercedes-Benz EQ line or their electric cars. For example, the strip right here on the headlights and also on the other headlight housing is going to signify that it is an electric car, as well as the blue in the wheels. These wheels are very nice. I like them a lot. They get some flack, but I don't understand why. I think they're very nice. These are 19-inch wheels wrapped in a 235 section front tire and Continentals, so Continental Pro Contact. So if you ever have this car and need a tire replacement but don't want to go to a Mercedes dealer and have to deal with all of their stuff and their dealer stuff, you can just go to a Continental store and get some Continental tires. In order to charge this car, there is a section on the back that has both DC and AC charging. The AC charging is more just for your house, like a house dock or something, because that takes a long time. 9.6 kilowatt charging in, and it will fill your car in 8.5 hours. So, plugging it at 11, you have to get up early for a job that starts at 9. You leave your house at 7:30, anticipating traffic. It should be full, or at least 90%. But you don't want to do that if you don't have that much time. So if you don't have that much time, plug in with a DC battery, because that charges 0 to 100 in 45 minutes to an hour. So I recommend, I recommend that. The back tires are also 235s and 19-inch wheels, and I did make a mistake. The front wheels are 18 inches. Something else I wanted to show you is that if you have a Tesla, they give you an adapter from the factory. All you have to do now is just plug it in to your DC cord. It'll make a noise. It's now locked in. Obviously, we're not charging it, but all you have to do to release it is press this button, and there we go. And that is how you adapt your Tesla to a Mercedes-Benz. This car starts around $57,000. So yes, a fair amount, especially when you compare it to a car like the Tesla Model Y or their gas version of the EQB, which is the GLB 300, which started, I think, 250 plus actually, but that starts around 53,000. So yes, it is a bit more expensive, but it's electric. The design of this car is interesting. It has a very cubular shape, sort of a mix between cuboid and circular. That's going to be my word for this car, is cubular. Yes, it definitely has German Mercedes-Benz lines, but it also has a very Toyota FJ Cruiser, just stop there and flat top. You understand. The outside, though, is not the highlight of this car. It is that it's electric. We have a very nice blue, which I like a lot. And if you want to see if there's a frunk, all you have to do is reach under here, grab the lever, pull it, and now your frunk is open. And I put quotations around the word frunk because, as you'll see, not much of a frunk. There's a lot of electrical stuff that they couldn't fit anywhere else because this is built on the platform of a gas car. So yeah, you don't get any extra storage space. However, in terms of storage space, closed. In terms of storage space, we do have a very nice trunk that I'll figure out how to open in a minute. We'll open that from the inside. But we do have a very nice trunk. Let me grab the key here, because this is how I know how to open it. There's 21.8 cubic feet of space in here if you only have 5 rows. However, this car can have a third row. Not going to open it today because there's some stuff in the trunk, but just know that it would come up to about here. So really all your trunk space would be cut off. This is a great car if you are transporting your children between soccer games and whatnot, because there isn't a whole ton of space in the far back row and there isn't a whole lot of space in the trunk, but it is easy for a quick transporter. Going back to the fact that it was built off of a gas chassis, you're not going to have the greatest aerodynamics that you might find in other electric cars like Teslas or like Audi e-tron series if you want to go German. So that is going to have an impact on range. The range in this car is an estimated 205 miles, but that's, very good conditions, no winds really coming at you, no hills. If you are facing a very heavy headwind and or on a steep hill, yeah, that range is going to go bye-bye, drop down really, really far. But this car is not about the range because it is a Mercedes-Benz. If we take a look on the inside, it is very nice. So once we're inside, you can see that you have a very nice seating position, a very nice audio to greet you as you walk in, which let me turn off right here. Maybe I have to turn the car on to do that. There we go. That nice dinging. Okay. Let me turn the music off, and it is off. And here we go. So this is the position, the driver's seat. Now it is an electric car, but I am seeing for the first time that there are paddles. No idea what that is. Because it's an electric car, why would you need paddles? I don't know. Probably something to do with speed or range, whatever. Once you close the door, it is very nice in here. It is very quiet. Slightest of hums from that electric battery. And yeah. Sitting in the front, you can see that there is ample space for both passengers up here. You have thigh supports in both seats. You have a center console that's pretty good, really good depth actually. You can have a glass holder in there. That goes all the way down. You can fit 2 of them. Okay. Now this little thing right here, this little stub, is something that is in all Mercedes-Benz, and I believe it's like for a handrest because you can control your infotainment system with either the touchpad or touchscreen or on the steering wheel. So as you can see, as I swipe, there's a nice little vibration to feel that you're swiping. But as you swipe, you can do this. If you go into EQ, the EQ system in the Mercedes-Benz, it gives you all sort of your charging statistics, your charging stations, how much your car is using, and like what the battery operations, like what they're going to. So you can see that in this car, sorry, it is not focused. In this car, only 36% of the battery consumption is going towards driving, while 59% is going towards other consumers. That could just be idling. And then we have a whole heating and cooling section, which is pretty cool that all of these statistics, I like that. You can see battery charge, you can see sort of what your vehicle is doing. So I'm not going to drive it today, unfortunately, but if you were, you could see how much acceleration you have and how much braking you have. Now, this car is a Mercedes-Benz, and as all Mercedes-Benzes do, they have very nice ambient lighting, and a lot of it. You can sort of see that in the vents. Right now we're on purple, and I love the ambient lighting in Mercedes. It is my favorite. So if I go to comfort, you can choose all of your different ambient lighting settings. Sorry, let me show you that again because my camera was a little bit down. If I go to comfort, I can choose seat settings. I can change my seat, my massages, or I could do ambient lighting. You can change the color. You have many different options. You have many different options for different color mixes and all of that good stuff, and how bright it is. Right now it's full brightness. However, it is daytime, so you can't really see any of it, unfortunately, because that's one of my favorite parts about the car and Mercedes is ambient lighting. You have a nice little wireless phone charger down here that'll keep you nice and undistracted and focused on the road, because this car is a driving car. That's pretty much... Oh, the seats, yes. They are heated, and you can get them optioned out to cool and ventilate, but this car does not have it. They are 3-position seats, 3-position memory seats, I should say, but they are all power, up and down, forward, back, and forward, and all of that. If you are wondering how to open your hood to reveal all of those beautiful wires and whatnot, it is just going to be under here, and I already showed you this, but it's just going to be a lever under there. You'll feel it. The parking brake is here, and in this car there is no gear selector in the middle or in the center console area. It is going to be a column mounted, so up for reverse, down for drive, then that button is for park. Very nice car. It is getting a little bit hot in here, but doesn't want me to turn the AC on right now. It's an electric car. They do what they want. Yeah, it's very nice and quiet. I like it. It's very comfy in here. The seats really just hold you well. You do have parking cameras, which are just not showing up once again. Yeah, you can do all of your information through this touchpad or through the screen. It is a little bit slow, I will say, and it looks a little bit outdated. It looks, but it is not. It is pretty quick sometimes. It's also an electric car, so that battery is also functioning this and the lights and the air conditioning. So if it is hotter out, like temperature-wise, if it is hot in the car or outside the car, this will be slow because it'll be getting less power and function. I think that pretty much wraps it up for the front here. Let's move on to the back. Okay, before I move to the back, I just wanted to note, I am not used to electric cars. I did not have the car on. So, that's my mistake. Now all of your air conditioning can be functioned with these switches, and it'll show up on the screen. Yeah, you definitely can hear a lot of that noise. I don't know if you can hear it. I can hear it. But it's a nice little hum. Gonna turn this off so I don't waste any of the battery. But yeah, now all of the parking sensors and stuff should be working. And cameras, there we go. You can do like that. And I want to show you something cool. And the Mercedes and other cars.
How can I help? I'm sorry. Can you say that again, please?
No. Okay. Yeah, that's a big Mercedes issue is that whenever you say Mercedes, that function comes up. When you put it into reverse, this is the backup camera. So when you put it into reverse, it sort of flips out. There's a camera. But also, if you just put on the parking camera in here, I'm not going to say the name of this car because otherwise it would freak out. But let me go into... Yeah, when you're in the car, you can hear sort of the motor for that thing. But you see now how it sort of popped out a little bit. That's cool. I like that. That's a nice little touch. So, let's turn the car off. Keep the car in the seat, in the front, in the car. And we move to the back on the other side where your kids are going to be. Okay, in the back of the Mercedes EQB 300. This seat is set for a passenger who is around 6 foot, maybe a little bit taller, and I have more than enough legroom. I have about a foot, 10 inches to a foot here. Really nice, good foot pockets, and good thigh supports. Very good headroom as well because of that cubular shape. It is more ovular, more sort of circular through here, but definitely on the top you don't really see that. It does have the panoramic sunroof, ish. It has a sunroof up there. And then you have chassis bracing up here, and then up in the back you have moonroof. Now, if we had those back rows up, I am not sure that we would be able to have this much room if the seat was back this far, because we definitely would have to move the seats forward so that you could have space in the back. But luckily for me and for any other passengers sitting in the back, we are not going to do that today. In the back, you're also going to get a nice little armrest here. And at first glance, there are no cup holders, which is a disappointment. However, there are cup holders. And this makes me very happy because a lot of cars that are trying to cut costs, not saying that this car is trying to cut costs, that's not at all what I'm saying. I'm just saying that, in a car that, like an Elantra N, for example, in a car that is trying to be a good, like, sporty sedan, or maybe an electric midsize SUV, that is using another chassis of the same car, but they don't want to make it super expensive like the Elantra N compared to its competitors, they'll cut costs. Like, the back doesn't have venting in the Elantra N. This does. The Elantra N, the back has no cup holders or an armrest, and this has both of those. So definitely good on Mercedes for doing that. I like that a lot. You also have a little handle here in case someone is driving this 225 horsepower, 288 pound-foot of torque car around a track, and you need something to hold on to that isn't your handle or your seat in front of you that has a little cutout for your hand to go in. Why you would use this handle, I don't know. I'm just saying, maybe you're stretching like this, like that. Who knows? But yes, this car is a pass, in my opinion. It's very nice. It is, an electric car, so it doesn't have the greatest range. But that doesn't matter because of the experience you're getting. Getting a high-end Mercedes-Benz 4MATIC, which means all-wheel drive, experience. You are getting a nice, soft ride on that wishbone front suspension and multi-link rear suspension. It is not going to be harsh to you. Only you can be harsh to it. And if you are harsh to it, then you shouldn't be allowed to drive this car, because this car is a Mercedes-Benz, and no one should be harsh to Mercedes-Benz because they make a freaking fantastic car. Just from sitting in it, you are overwhelmed with a sense of luxury, and the amenities that come with this car are very nice. And the seats are soft and supple. That leather just binds to you, and you feel connected to the car when you're in it. Even if you're not driving it, you feel like you are part of the car. And that is what driving is about. That is what buying a car is about. This feeling like you are part of that car. It gives you a better driving experience. It gives you, if you're in a Mercedes Benz, it gives you relaxation. Maybe not if you're in a Lamborghini. Maybe you don't want relaxation if you're in a Lamborghini. But in a Mercedes, that's why you buy a Mercedes, is for that relaxation. Thank you all so much for watching, and make sure to go check out coolcarsforkids.org. If you're not sure how to spell that, it is just Cool Cars for Kids, one word, .org online. Check out our mission over there, because it is a good mission. And if you can donate, anything is appreciated. Thank you all so much for watching, and I hope you liked it. Remember to subscribe so we can reach more people, because we might be having a couple of cool cars, really cool cars in the near future. But make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any videos. Make sure to click that notification bell so that you are notified when we upload. Make sure to like this video so you can reach as many people as possible, therefore allowing us to do as many videos as possible. Y'all are the best. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you liked it. See you soon.